What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix with YWC Reality Check. This is your Wrestlemania Sunday, Wrestlemania Night 2 preview, and that is Jake fucking DeMarco. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, buddy? Night 2 preview of Vegas Part 2. Bugaloo, we got one hell of a second night on our hands. This is the night I'm excited for. Night 1 has a bit more of that X factor, the what ifs, I feel like. You know, Liv can kind of go, she might win, it seems like it, but you never know. You know, people thought that Asuka was a sure thing all those years back with her undefeated streak. You never know. And obviously, the main event with Orton and Cody could go either way. You never know with what they have planned. But this night feels just more star-studded.
We totally didn't just finish previewing Night 1, guys. Totally not a thing.
Not at all. But this night feels star-studded. It feels bigger. It feels more WrestleMania. And it even has one less match as of right now. My guess for that is very predictable. I think it's just going to be Io and Asuka. I think that they're going to announce it on SmackDown. They kind of have been teasing it. There's a few other matches, obviously, as you had suggested, they could go with. We could see a number of things, but
potentially what it has to be if they're going to fill in a spot. I should say, like we said in the first pod, we are recording this on Sunday just before AEW Dynasty, so there will be maybe new announcements made, new matches made, and all that sort of thing. Won't be on here because we recorded it on Sunday. There's basically 3 things that they can do with this empty spot that they've got. They can give us the Io Asuka match that we've been waiting for forever. They can do something with the SmackDown tag titles, or they can give Julia a US title defense, because it's been rumored that we get Julia Tiffany Stratton, but then they had kind of a stinker on SmackDown to start that feud off, and it didn't go well in the eyes of most people. So if Julia is defending her title, she retains. If Truth and Priest are defending their titles against somebody, I'm going to guess that they retain. And if we get Io and Asuka, my prediction is Io.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think it goes that simple, that straightforward.
Yes. So let's talk about, once again, the ESPN live TV integration. I guess it's a kickoff of sorts. On Night 1, we talked about it. They've got that 6-man tag with ISO Speed in it that's driving everybody crazy because celebrities are bad all of a sudden. And you've got the unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Obafemi, or not Obafemi, and Jacob Fatu.
I did that earlier
which are both going to be fun matches. But if you look at the card, they're the ones that you would kind of push to a kickoff if there was a kickoff. The matches that they've chosen for Night 2 are put your best foot forward. These are some kick-ass matches.
I don't know really what they would replace them with, because you don't. I mean, any matches.
You'd have to reshuffle what's on what night. But
yeah, exactly. So
let's talk about what I think is going to be first. It's the match that everybody's talking about. It's the match that everybody's saying is the best built match of the card, when really it's the match that didn't need any build at all, and it's Brock Lesnar Obafemi.
I think that's why it's the best built match, because it comes with a build that's literally comes down to one guy is out in the ring and the other guy walked to the ring with his strut. Like, that was the build. There was no story. There was no. It just done.
Well, they had to have an excuse to have Brock Lesnar there. So they had it that Paul Heyman was bringing in Brock Lesnar to deal with the Seth Rollins problem. Seth Rollins dipped out. Obafemi came out. This is, I'm sorry to rehash what I said on the last pod, this is what the Gunther story should have been. You're a big name. I want a match at WrestleMania. I'm going to come and attack you.
Yep.
That's what Gunther choking out Seth Rollins should have been.
No, Gunther owes is owed favors.
Now Gunther owes a favor, and it's going to be Brock versus Gunther at SummerSlam, which I'm absolutely fine with. I don't think you needed to build it into the WrestleMania build necessarily. It could have been really simple. Obafemi's a beast.
Yes.
Obafemi is an absolute beast. So,
I can't wait to see the entrance at Mania, the crowd. I love how the crowd added to it since NXT. Like, they used to just do the ooh in NXT. Now they do the oh but chant as well.
Yeah.
And it just makes it feel more tribalistic, like more raw.
Yep. Absolutely. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think Brock Lesnar, who
Huge.
you're supposed to not like, you're supposed to hate him. I would never say that. That's what they tell me. But everybody's kind of shut up about Brock Lesnar and the
Yes.
whole, oh, he never puts anybody over. He's lazy. He's boring. Da 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 da. He's got his selling shoes on for Oba. He has for the past like 5 weeks or so, whatever it's been. Um, yeah.
Ever since
A
he
lot of
said,
people.
"Put your foot on my chest," and I
Yep.
misheard it as "don't," I was like, "Oh, if maybe he doesn't want to." No, he's fine with selling, and he's keeping it up.
Yep.
That was always my problem with Lesnar. I said, if he wants to work with you, he'll make you look great, but if he doesn't wanna work, a la Ambrose and many others, forget it.
But I think people you're not wrong. I think a lot of people apply that to him unfairly when there's a lot of that in wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. He
If
just
people
made
want
it
it.
easy to pick up on because of how simplistic his repertoire is, like, you
Mhm,
could really see when he doesn't give anything, like, it's just German suplex, F5, pinfall, like,
mhm.
when he really gives nothing, it
Suplex
shows.
City.
Yeah.
I
So,
want Obafemi to come in and it would almost be comical, but, like, in the right way, like, when people walk around and they're just so fucking scary, they can laugh because nobody can do anything about it.
yes.
That doesn't necessarily make Oba a bad guy, but it's just like, see Oba throw somebody and kinda, like, laugh to himself, be like, "Yeah, I just did that."
Yeah,
I want him to come in and throw a couple of German suplexes of his own and be something along the lines of, like, "Suplex City is mine now," or something to that effect, something
that'd be
much more
great.
creative than that.
Yes.
But, like, I'll take your tools and use them, and then I've still got my tools to use as well. I'm
Yeah, you're
dying
the
over here.
leader of Suplex City, but I'm the ruler, something less corny, but yes,
Oh
I
my
feel
god.
you.
Let him come out there and say he's the tribal chief of Suplex City.
Ah, get it
Then you
going
put him
now.
right face to face with Roman.
Right
Um,
into it.
here's the thing that people don't wanna hear. I'm picking Oba. You're picking
Yes,
Oba, right?
absolutely.
Here's the thing that people wanna hear that people don't wanna hear. Here's the things that I don't think you'll agree with me either, which is fine. He's gonna win, but losing wouldn't kill him.
It
Because
wouldn't kill him, no.
what you're saying is the guy that's beaten everybody is the only guy that can beat you.
Exactly, and that's the
I mean,
thing.
other than Ricky Saints, but we don't need to think about
No, or Tony D.
that. Hey, shout out Tony D, new NXT champion. It's fine, don't worry about it.
We say those things. It's just what baffles me is I could see the loss, I could get it, I could buy it. It's not gonna ruin him, but this is a star-making moment, and that's what I was trying
Mm,
to explain to Cody. He was saying how, after this match, if they don't have a immediate, like, title match set up the next night basically for
well,
Obafemi, it
that's
fails. And I'm like,
yeah.
"No, this just sets him up for that eventually," but, like,
Mhm.
he doesn't need to go for title contention next n nothing. He beat Brock, now he's established.
If you
Now
okay,
he racks
here's
up wins, gets into a storyline, does a thing, like, establish him more.
they found this out with Sheamus when Sheamus debuted, right? If you come in and in your first 6 months you beat John Cena, who's hardly beaten anybody, and you become world champion, where do you go?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want Obafemi to be champion. Clearly, he's going to be champion eventually, but it doesn't
Yes.
have to be in the next 5 minutes. He's gonna
That
chuck
was my
around
thing, like, him beating Lesnar does not need to be followed up with a title win by any means. He has
they're gonna
time
throw more office
to.
chairs at each other.
Yeah, let them, go ahead and
Yeah,
have a whole freaking Staples of a fight.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want Oba to win. Oba's fucking fantastic. He's a monster. He legitimately was chucking Lesnar around like I can't remember who the last person was. Last person was probably Braun Strowman, who got a knee to the face for his troubles.
I wanna say, like, Samoa Joe got him up good, but,
Oh, got him up. But I'm just saying, like, he got,
like, to
like,
throw him
trajectory with
around,
throwing
yes,
him around.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think Samoa Joe is one besides Braun,
yeah.
and
Maybe Big Show in, like, the early days of Brock Lesnar.
not even then because they would just pick up an F5 Big Show.
That's
Like, that
true.
was that was his go-to.
That's true, yeah. I mean, like,
So,
even John Cena, like, they made their
yeah,
matches power matches. It was always so interesting to watch Brock Lesnar and John Cena in the same way that it's interesting to watch John Cena and CM Punk because, yeah, you can steal each other's finishers, but the setup for the F5, the setup for the AA, and the setup for the GTS are all the same.
yes. So you never know
Like
what you're gonna hit,
it's
and
that over the shoulder, like, cradle type of thing.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, Oba should win. Um, if there I don't want there to be weird shenanigans in this, like, Paul Heyman's gonna be at ringside, but we don't need the rest of the division involved in this.
Please, God,
Like,
no. I just wanna see this be one-on-one straight up, and I think Lesnar will do that straight up for this,
yeah,
so
after the match after the match, if you wanna have some shenanigans after the match, and Obafemi just, like, throws Austin Theory into the 5th row or something.
yeah, then
Because if you remember, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, took on Obafemi in a handicap match in NXT, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
it
It
was,
was
and I
about
totally
it was
forgot about
about as
that.
funny it was about as funny as Obafemi making his debut against Dragon Lee.
Yes.
All due respect to Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee's awesome, but Dragon Lee should not be beating Obafemi.
No.
Obafemi should be eating Dragon Lee's lunch.
Yes.
And to use that as a quick
Abso-freaking-lutely.
transition to use that as a quick transition, Dragon Lee is one of the 5 challengers challenging for Penta's Intercontinental Championship in this year's WrestleMania ladder match, also including Rusev, Rey Mysterio, Javon Evans, and JD McDonough.
Yes.
Because
Mouthful
being in the
there,
jet,
and one of these
being in the
things is not like the other.
yeah. Oh, Rusev's there to be a base for all the high flying guys. That's all he's
Yes.
there,
That's all he's there
which is
for, but
fine. Which is fine. And I do have a sneaky suspicion that he might suddenly be unavailable at the last minute or something, because that always happens.
mm.
Because I do think at the last minute you are either getting Carmelo Hayes or Ray Phoenix inserted into this match. We
So,
had the
Ray
we had the dis-
Phoenix, maybe,
we had
but
the discussion
Carmelo
on the
Hayes, no, I
we had
don't
the
think.
discussion on the previous pod that either one of them might win the Andre. But hey,
Yeah.
maybe they turn around at the last minute and say, "Hey, if you win the Andre, you get inserted into the ladder match."
I mean, not
WWE can
the
do WWE can do some
worst thing to
chicanery here,
say. Yeah.
but, here's the thing. Rey Mysterio being in this is like a legacy thing at this point. Rey Mysterio, I don't think is long for the WWE. Compiling injuries and age catches up with you and all those sorts of things. Um, Penta's retaining. This entire match is set up to be an exhibition to show us what Javon Evans can do.
Yes.
Dragon
Um,
Lee is doing AAA stuff. Rey Mysterio is doing AAA stuff. JD McDonough is going to be involved in Judgment Day until it's dead in the ground.
they like to
Ru
use this match as a launching pad. They've done it for years. Dominic was last year with a big win, like how many IC champs have they handed over on Mania now where it's like a big to do? So, out of everybody there that would get the big reaction,
Oh,
Ray's
it would
not
be
getting
Javon.
the title. Penta could retain, and that would get a nice reaction, but I feel like if they actually gave it to Javon in the
Mhm.
stadium to kick off the end of that first hour,
Yep.
come on.
Oh, it would be fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
I
What I'm
I
saying,
I
what
think
I'm saying is,
that's gonna
more from a I want to say like a match structure point of view. Whether or not Javon Evans wins, this is still Javon Evans's match.
Yes.
Like, you take the bouncy guy, you put him in there with a couple of luchadors, you put him in there with JD McDonough, who, to his credit, is very good at working with lucha high flying guys. Rusev's there to be a base. It'll be the match where Javon Evans gets to be the most impressive. And I'm saying that whether he wins or not. If he wins, I'll be ecstatic. Don't get me wrong. If he doesn't win, Penta's retaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Because, and we talked about Oba so far. We've talked about Javon Evans so far because NXT doesn't create any new stars. Let's look at the main event of Stand and Deliver Oi 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 last year. Oba is facing Brock. Javon might be the Intercontinental Champion. And Trick Williams is most definitely going to be the United States champion because he's going to
mm.
beat up Sami Zayn and it's going to be funny and the metrics of the fans is going to be all over the place. Because Trick came in as a heel, Sami Zayn is kind of a face that's lost his way, turning heel, but Trick Williams has little Yachty with him. Oh my God! Oh no! Another celebrity, and he's got the glorious turntable thing in his entrance now.
Yes. But hey, Trick is such a star. And
Fucking
we said
oh,
this, you and I said this, I think before he was even on SmackDown. We're like, oh, He's
Yeah.
gonna come up as a heel, but eventually we'll get that great double switch moment at Mania. No, we really did call this though. We're like Sammy and
Yeah.
Trick will do the double switch. He's gonna go heel. Trick's gonna go babyface. I still stand by it. The crowd loves them some lemon pepper steppers. He's such a overstar, and he could still be a
Mhm.
smarmy dick while being a face. He's one that's more in line with being that like babyface dick that could, I think, get away with it more without ruining the
Mhm.
character. But
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
still
we talked in the last pod about, Liv Morgan not necessarily being that for me. I wanna see her being a bad person that enjoys being a bad person.
yes.
Trick Williams is more suitable to that Eddie Guerrero comparison that we made,
Yes, because he could just be
because
full of himself
he can just
without
be full of them, but he can, like, soak up the love as a babyface and use it to fuel arrogance towards his opponent.
exactly.
Which is I
So,
think a lot of what, Eddie Guerrero did, and this is again, I need to repeat myself what I said before of we're not saying, "Oh, he's the next Eddie Guerrero." It's just that element that Eddie brought to the table, and Trick I hate to say it, man, I wanna drill down on it because people are hating on TNA this week especially. I can't think of anybody in NXT that benefited more from their sojourn over to TNA than Trick Williams. He found himself as the TNA champion temporarily,
yeah. No, you're right.
and
He
to the point now
became a
where
champion
he
holding
looked
that belt.
yeah, yes, and that's despite having 2 NXT, championship reigns under his belt. It's to the point now where he's one of those guys that looks weird not having a belt.
Yes. Yeah, he definitely looks better holding a title, and that's a given for him. So, I am looking forward to seeing.
Nobody thinks Sammy's winning this.
No, and how could they? And Sammy, like, he's
Sammy
right
gets
too.
him.
During
Yeah,
SmackDown, he's like, "What did I do? I won the
yeah.
title," and you could be like, "Well, he answered the open challenge, so he really didn't do anything wrong." Like, he just
It's true, but they knew
but
I think they knew the reaction they were gonna get for that.
yes,
The comparison that I will draw
that
is
they did know. Yeah.
do you remember the one Royal Rumble where everybody thought number 30 was gonna be Daniel Bryan and it ended up being Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio
Mhm.
got booed? Now
Shattered
what the fuck is
dreams,
that?
yes.
Now what the fuck is that? Like, people booing Rey Mysterio, right? But Sami Zayn's not being booed for being Sa I mean, he's playing up to it now,
Yes,
but
but
I don't think he was hated for being himself or him winning the title necessarily. He's hated because he's the guy that's there instead of Carmelo Hayes, because Carmelo Hayes carried that title for so long and all that kinda thing.
you nailed it
And
before. Getting
he
to the
fumbled it,
1-yard line, and
yeah, got to the
then
1 yard line. But if you wanna
that's
say
it
once
in a
again,
nutshell.
if there wasn't an open challenge, Carmelo Hayes might not have been champion. Carmelo Hayes answered Ilya Dragunov's open challenge. Ilya Dragunov might not have been doing open challenges himself if he was not inspired by the United States Open Challenge that Sami Zayn started.
Yes,
So
so
you can play those mind games and you can get across there. But also, I get people wanting Carmelo Hayes to come and have his part in WrestleMania. I like Carmelo Hayes a lot to the point where when he makes his WrestleMania debut, I don't want him taking an L. Carmelo
no.
Hayes is fantastic, but he's not as over as Trick Williams. And I would like to see him be put in a position where he could be as over as Trick Williams, or even if this match wasn't happening, they'd make a great set of challengers for Priest and Truth. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they've already set it
Because
up on
Priest and Truth
SmackDown.
have no tag, title bout at Mania or at
They don't.
SmackDown Mania. So
No,
hopefully
they
that
don't.
gets announced heading into SmackDown or something. But
Hmm?
how do you not have them defend the tag titles when the other belts are part of a six-man and you know they're not being defended? Like,
Well, I touched on this briefly, in our first pod, but the women's tag, taking center stage as far as the tag team, conversation goes this year is a big statement point of, like, for a long time, they didn't know how to treat the women's tag titles. They were left off the card. They were put on pre-shows. They were put on the SmackDown before, etcetera. So the fact that they can say, even if it wasn't the intention, the fact that they can say, "Hey, the only tag titles we featured this year were the women's tag titles." It's not great for the guys. It is a unique bragging point for the ladies this year that that's the title that made it on the card.
yeah.
I'm not saying that that's a good thing necessarily, but it might be,
It's
an
good that they're
unforeseen
there, sure, but not at the
thing that
expense
happens
of
now.
it. Like,
Yeah.
they all should be on the card. Like, that's the point of
Mhm.
it.
Oh,
Oh, well,
but
there's too many belts.
just
Well, then that's part of the problem, you know?
just do
Duh.
this just do the sad Mick Foley quote, doesn't everybody have a belt these days?"
But he's not wrong.
Back when Mick Foley made sense. Anyways, moving
Yes.
swiftly on.
Okay.
But yeah, guaranteed the post-Mania feud is gonna be, a retread of Trick and Mello, and they'll feud over it for, I would assume, multiple pay-per-views. And when I say
Yeah, a
retread,
good while.
I don't mean that as
No,
a bad
no, if
thing either.
anything, you
We
wanna
saw
see
what they could do
this.
in NXT, and
Yeah.
there's people out there that only watch the main roster. There's people that don't watch TNA, that don't watch NXT, that don't watch AAA, that just watch Raw and SmackDown, and that's fine. And I'm happy for them because seeing that feud play out again for us is them seeing it for the first time, and that's awesome as
Yes.
well.
It's always like when
Uh,
you wish you could see a movie for the first time again. You get to show
oh yeah,
somebody that reveal or whatever it might be, and you're like, "Oh, this is the best part.
my
I
my
wish I
my
didn't know."
example my example is always the first Alien movie. If I could go back to when that movie came out and see it in the theater and see the chest burster scene for the first time, I would.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's a lot
But
like that.
yeah, this is one of those like predictable in the right way kinda thing. Sami Zayn once again is there filling the role of, "Hey, I'm the other guy," while the other guy gets to be a star. Um,
Yes.
very a lot of, speculation that Sami Zayn was gonna get his moment next year at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, which
Yeah.
ironically enough might not even be a thing anymore.
No.
Um, but yeah, Sammy's another one of those. We talked about Bailey in part 1 about how, like, she's sort of in that unsung hero role. Sammy's perpetually in that role as well, and he's
Yes.
fantastic. And you could tell that they were gonna have these 2 together because Trick Williams debuted on SmackDown by, interrupting a Sami Zayn promo.
Promo, yeah. That was
So,
the
like,
plan.
it's not like this match has come out of nowhere. Like, Sami Zayn
No,
started the
certainly
open
not.
challenge. Sami Zayn was the first one Trick went face to face with. There is a story there. I am with everybody else that's bummed about Carmelo not being on the card somewhere, but, I mean, there's one more
But
SmackDown to go. They might change that at the last minute. They
that's what
might,
I'm saying. I still think
if
he's gonna
Carmelo
win
comes
the
out and decks
Andre.
both of them if Carmelo comes out and decks both of them, and Aldis is like, "Well, fuck it, you're in the match too."
Triple
Like,
threat.
it's kinda lazy, but it's the match we want.
Yes, it
When,
does
they
work.
they they did the qualifiers for something else recently where it was a triple threat, and it was the 2 of them and Damian Priest, and a
Yeah.
lot of that match was me being like, "Okay, Damian Priest, I like you, but kinda get out of the way. That's not the match I need to see right now."
No, but I just feel like Trick has this in the bag, and the
Oh,
way it's
yeah,
set up
sure.
post everything, like, he's gonna go on it with Carmelo, like you said. That's the plan. That's the go-to, and that's what they're going for.
Yeah, and couldn't be happier for the guy as well
Absolutely.
with our bias NXT hats on.
Indeed.
Um,
My banana hat
alright,
that loves NXT. Now I'm curious where you fall with this one because I'm very straightforward on this. Rhea
which is
Ripley, Jade Cargill. I have said
Ripley.
it from the get-go, yeah, it's gotta be a Rhea win here. Of course, she's winning. Rhea wins, lol, but it doesn't make sense for Jade to retain, does she, at
But is it
all?
Rhea win okay, but is it Rhea wins LOL, or is it Rhea wins because she's the biggest star in the fucking division?
Well, that's obviously it, but I'm saying to you, lol, because, like, obviously, but not in the
Yeah.
lol sense of like, "Oh, of course she wins." But of course she wins because she's the most deserving. She's got the biggest of accolades. She's been to every
Mhm.
Mania for the last, decade almost and fought for a title. Well, that doesn't
Never
happen by
okay,
happenstance. That's for a
here's the thing,
fucking
though.
reason.
Here's the thing, though. You can take away all the accolades, you can take away all her WrestleMania history and all that. You can watch her walk out on stage one time, and you say what I've said since NXT UK, since the Mae Young Classic, since the second Mae Young Classic, since NXT. Rhea Ripley fucking star. You get it in 5 minutes. And I'm sorry, I'll say this one time, and I'll separate myself from Jake when I say it. All of you out there that are saying Jade Cargill needs to hold on to that belt until either Naomi or Bianca come back. We
Yeah.
know what you're doing, and it's kind of gross. Stop it.
It's ridiculous, and there's no need for that. Guess what? You can get the belt back, and when she comes back, she can face somebody and fight for it then. Like, it doesn't need to be held aside for you because this isn't
Mm,
what you want.
exactly. And
People get injured all the time, and, look at with Pat McAfee, that's not what we want there, but it's what we're getting, you know?
I'm sorry that Bianca had a fingering injury. I guess Montez Ford wasn't just up to snuff. And
Ah,
from the Naomi side of things, okay, I don't even like Naomi, but she just went through creating a whole human.
Yes.
So you go back and tell her that she hasn't come back quickly enough. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
putting
not
my hands
saying
up in
that.
the air. I'm putting my hands up in the air. I got all kinds of privilege labels on my forehead. I ain't saying shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it sounds like we're hating on Jade, and we're not. Jade is great. Jade is
Yeah.
also a star. Jade has some stuff to work on in the ring, but I don't think it's even enough to say that she doesn't deserve the spot that she's in. But as far as star power, they're equal. That's why this is a cool match. Oh, well, and the people that were like, oh, if Bianca's not cleared, why are we even doing WrestleMania? Stop.
It's like, 'cause we're
Stop.
not supposed to do anything if she's not there.
Stop.
I
And
I
I'll and
don't
I'll tell you.
understand how they have this mindset, and that's okay. But
Mhm,
with everybody else, it's so wrong to have. Like, it's wrong
mhm.
wrong think, wrong speak, all of it.
It's hate speech.
But,
It's the best speech.
uh,
It's fantastic.
I mean, I don't get it. I really don't.
And see, the thing is, though, like, as much as I'm saying I'm so sure that Rhea Ripley is winning this, I don't want this to be the end of the feud between the two of them. I want to see
No,
them.
I don't either. This shouldn't be. This shouldn't be a one-off. They should have,
Mhm.
layers to this where it builds over time, but
I'm sorry, we just finished talking about Brock and Oba. This is their women's division's Brock and Oba match.
yeah,
It is. Like,
absolutely.
maybe you could make the argument of including, what's her name? Jordan Grace in that conversation, but she's injured. If she wasn't
Yeah,
injured, throw her in there, make it a triple threat match. Make it the power match. This should be the counter of what we're gonna get with Stephanie and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is gonna do a lot of crowd manipulation and a lot of character work, and Stephanie Vacour
a
is gonna
lot of work.
bring the presentation and the technical game. These 2 are gonna thump the shit out of each other. And when
Yeah,
I tune in to watch Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, what am I tuning into? I wanna see Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill thump the
dump the
shit out of
shit
each
out of
other.
each other. That's
And
the
people
whole
when it's like,
point.
"Oh, well, clearly something's wrong with Rhea because she's so much skinnier than she used to be." Okay, that's a weird thing to be saying, first of all. Second of all, if she's made a change in her own life that has led to that being a thing, that's her own fucking business.
Yeah. It's what the issue is that her back hurts. She has
Yeah,
she got hurt in NXT by Raquel. Raquel, when she slammed her into the announce table, fucked her back up, which
yeah,
shit happens. You're a wrestler, you know it's coming. And
mhm,
then it got worse in another match, and she had to take time off, and then she almost didn't know if she was gonna be in Mania last year because of it. So,
yep. And she had what was the one where she came out, to Motionless in White? That was 40, right?
that was 40,
When
yeah.
they were there live? And, like, and see, I wouldn't mention this at all other than the fact that she herself has been very open about it. She's had a lot of physical issues. She's had a lot of back issues.
Yes.
She's had a lot of like mental health stuff that she's been very, very open about and very cool about. Like how, like other than the fact that she's a fucking gigantic star with a resume as long as my arm, like how is this not a person you get behind?
I don't
How do
get
you
it,
listen
and
how do you listen to the reaction that she gets? Like, I'm sorry, I like Damian Priest. Damian Priest doesn't get a reaction like that unless he's walking out for a tag team match with Rhea Ripley.
yeah. Unless he was with the Terror Twins, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Or he was cashing in on Drew,
Oh, yeah.
and that was
Well,
it.
that was yeah, but even with the cash in on Drew, that was an amazing moment to kick off night 2 of WrestleMania for sure. But even that,
Came
a lot of the cheers came from the point of view
Punk.
of, "Hey, look what Punk just did to Drew."
Yep.
Priest happens to be the tool in this case. Kinda like Pat McAfee's fucking with a lot of people. His tool right now is Randy Orton. Isn't it
Mm.
brilliant? Uh, we've done this all in the last episode, guys. Go check out the preview for night 1 if you haven't already.
If you haven't
Um,
yet, you're missing out.
but this is one of those ones where I'm so sure that Rhea Ripley's going to win, but also whoever wins is not going to change my enjoyment of the match because before seeing this match, I already want to know that there's going to be another match.
Which is a good stance to have, so
Indeed. 'Cause it means they've been, "Oh, there's no story." Well, she won a number 1 contendership in a match that said if you win, you get a match at WrestleMania.
yeah, that is
If
the
you wanna
story,
say
and
that
that's been the problem that
WWE doesn't
people
do
can't
d
admit with, like,
WWE doesn't do storytelling like real sports. That's as basic as you get.
yeah,
She
you won
won
a
the chamber,
tournament,
so
you get it.
she
You
won
win a
she won
match,
the
you get
chamber,
it.
she gets Liv won the Rumble. Cry
Yep.
about it.
What's the
Ripley
difference
won the
between the
chamber.
Rumble and the
Cry about
Chamber?
it.
I think that's part of the issue is that the Rumble and the Chamber fall back to back too. So it feels like you get
But they,
twice of the same
from a building
thing.
from a building block point of view, they have to. Okay, we've established this champion's challenger. Now we'll
Yes.
establish the other one.
I think they could split it up throughout the year, but that's neither here nor there at this
But you
point.
do have but the 2 matches at WrestleMania are 2 big spots at WrestleMania. You do need a pretty reliable way. Like, there was a couple
Yeah.
years where they would do the Royal Rumble, and then they would have the winner, and then, like, other than the winner, like, the last 10 people to be eliminated were thrown in a battle royal the next night on Raw for the other title. That's a shit way. Like, that
Yeah,
is
that's never a
consolation
good way
prize
to yeah.
territory, right? Um, but no, do it the way that both pay-per-views before WrestleMania build to WrestleMania is perfect. You need 4 challengers. So here you pick your first 2, here you pick your second 2. There's your 4 big matches. I think it works together perfectly. And I think there's certain people out there, not yourself,
Yeah. I
obviously,
know it's
that
not
are
that it
like,
doesn't
I don't
work. I
want.
just think that it's two of the same booking templates so people feel it's almost like it gets staler sooner because it's more of the
Yeah, but
same,
then I
I guess,
but
but
then I come back to the whole like, oh, I'm gonna complain about WWE because the King of the Ring wins his title the same way the Queen of the Ring does. It's like, well,
yeah.
yeah, some things are just there. And before we had the
Exactly. I
Royal
don't have a
Rumble,
problem with it. I'm just
yeah.
trying to say for a solution's sake.
Oh, from what other people say, yeah. But it's
Yeah.
like before we had the Rumble, and they found the women's contenders the other way, you had people saying, "Well, why can't the women have a Rumble?" And I'm like, I agree with you, but like, you can either say, "Hey, the guys had this. Why can't the girls have it?" Or you can complain, "Oh, why is it repetitive?" You can't have
Yes.
both because
Can't have
one led to
both.
the
Yeah.
other. Anyways, these ladies are going to kick the shit out of each other. I guarantee you, this is one of the first matches on the card for Backlash already.
I'm sure.
Um, I mean, I'm biased. I think Rhea Ripley's a fucking star. She's got my NXT bias behind her. She's got my Judgment Day bias behind her. She's just a genuinely awesome human being
Yeah.
bias
Rear
behind her.
wins low when it gets
And
to
again, I got to double down on it's not anything against Jade. Jade is in the
no.
spot that she's in because she deserves it. Rhea just deserves it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Coming around to long-term Judgment Day storytelling, we've got the
Talk about
dirtiest
long
of the
term.
the dirtiest of the dirty, Dominic Mysterio, still your reigning, defending AAA Mega Champion, taking on the new and improved, new and returning, resurrected demon Finn Balor. And yes, we got it on the graphic before the show. Everybody
Mhm.
freaked out about it.
Way to ruin it, and they already
It's not like
showed
they
his
weren't
eyes.
It's
Yeah,
not like they weren't hinting towards it for weeks. Like,
exactly. So, he kept saying, "No,
mm,
not the demon. This is something I need to do on my own." And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna bring the demon back." Okay, like, duh.
yep. Well, when did the
Um,
demon come out? When he had an adversary he couldn't face, or when he
face,
was
yeah.
like truly betrayed. Like those are the
Mhm.
2 different things, right?
And that's
Um,
what we got going on here in spades, so
and Dominic Mysterio is one of the biggest success stories of WWE in the past few years. I'm sorry,
yeah.
he is.
Oh,
Finn's
absolutely.
The
For
shitty thing
somebody
about it
that I
is like,
initially, gave no chance to, I was like, "This kid
yeah,
just looks like shit, wrestles like shit, can't talk for shit."
and you couldn't be blamed for thinking that at the time either, because he was very much like, "Hey, here's Ray's kid,"
Yeah, it was
for a
nepotism at
while.
its finest for a
And
long time,
even when he first
sadly.
joined the Judgment Day, it was like he wasn't a person. He was a tool they were using to torment Ray,
Rey
and then
Mysterio, yeah.
they did the prison thing, and then
Yeah.
he had his prison entrance at WrestleMania, which was
Such
fantastic.
such an epic thing to go back and think about,
And the thing is, like, it's so like every stage of his story has been ridiculous. His character metamorphosis has been ridiculous. The way he was adopted immediately by the AAA crowd was ridiculous. And sneakily underneath all that, he's become a pretty damn good wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like we've made over the past 2 pods, we've made a lot of Eddie Guerrero. God damn, the guy's a walking tribute
Yes.
with
Who
the
doesn't?
mustache, with the mullet, with the shimmy and the 3 amigos.
Who doesn't love
And the
Eddie?
way
So,
we talk about Liv Morgan and the way she manipulates the crowd. Dom does the same thing in the sense that if he wants you to cheer the 3 amigos, he's going to get you to cheer it. If he wants you to boo the 3 amigos, he's going to make you boo it.
Yes.
and it's just in the way he carries himself, and it's great. If you look at even the gear, he's got the skeleton, which is like the tribute to the original Laparca. He's got the tassels on his pants. That's supposed to be like an old ass tribute to Eddie. He's got the mullet and the music choice and everything. He's even got his mamacita
Yeah. It
beside him. I
just
shouldn't
works.
do that ever. Um, and it's so funny because for so long we would complain that they were, they're ruining the demon, burying the demon. Well, demon's losing here.
You think so? See, I'm on the other side. I think the
I
demon
do.
wins. I think because I think they're gonna want that happy go home story, and Liv wins night one, Dom doesn't win night two. I could see some maybe trouble in paradise. I don't know if they're gonna be together
I
forever or if
mean,
they're gonna have some type of
we've seen,
change,
look
but
look at the current couples where the women succeed and the guys don't necessarily. They're kind of sarcastic. I mean, just follow the Stocks and Ariana Grace.
mhm. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. So,
Mike Santana
uh
nearly took off Stax' head on the Impact, but be that as it may,
as it might
um,
be, yeah.
I think this match is gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot of character stuff. There's gonna be a lot of like, yes, I'm out here as the demon. I'm painted up like a monster, but like I'm still gonna manage to make it personal,
Yes.
which is really good on Finn's part. Finn is going to do everything like he has already in the entire like length of his time in the Judgment Day. He's
Yeah.
going to do everything he can to make Dom look like $1,000,000. Dom doesn't need that much help to look like $1,000,000. I want to know what his entrance looks like. I want to know how many of the Judgment Day are going to be around ringside. I want to know if anybody that the Judgment Day has fucked with over the past little while or whatever
Yeah, all this time.
is gonna be out there to maybe have Finn's back in sort of like a retribution type of thing.
I mean, it's
He's
possible.
going he's going into the Hall of Fame on Friday. Do you think that his old Bullet Club buddy AJ Styles comes down a quick 2 sweet and a distraction maybe before the coup de grace? I think it would be
Um,
a nice I don't think it
I
would
think
be
it'd
him
be a
being
good
involved.
touch, but no, because 'cause they're gonna keep it to the Judgment Day stuff, I
Mm.
think. Um,
Yeah, but remember they combined it with, like, his history with the Bullet Club,
yes. Oh,
and when they
I
were
see that.
when
I'm
they were
just
on their
saying I don't
initial
think they'll do
recruitment
it.
when they were on their initial recruitment
Yeah.
run, he was one of the ones they tried to recruit.
Yes. I remember that initially.
When Bray Wyatt got sick and was supposed to face Balor, they had
Yep.
that replacement, AJ Styles match, which was phenomenal, pun
Yeah.
intended, and they did the 2 Sweet, and everybody, like, got out their special sock for that.
Yes.
Um, there's more there with an AJ Styles potential. Like, he's retired. I don't want to stoke any flames of, oh my God, he came out of retirement already. Oh my God, he broke a promise. Like that means anything.
Yeah.
Um,
But no, he's
but
not
just to,
coming out of retirement. But that might
but just to show
be
up
a
at
worry to
ringside and
some
like
people
and get
if he
one last
does.
slap in on Dom or something like that. And it's like, hey, I tried to tell you this wasn't the way. It looks like you're actually figuring out that this isn't the way.
Yeah.
Too sweet, carry on, whatever. Something like that could happen. And like I say, it's just every now and then they'll try to incorporate people that are going into the Hall of Fame that year into something on WrestleMania before they just do the general walkout. Do you remember how successful it was when Triple H took on Sting and Sting's friends, the NWO, came to help
Yes,
him?
because we needed the good old NWO to come out. I hated that then so badly.
That was
So,
so we're not going to follow any story. We're just going to do a hey, WWE beat WCW one more
yes,
time.
this is happening.
It was, but again, that was what I've been saying the whole time. There's room for a little bit of ridiculousness. Seeing
Always.
DX and the NWO, who were two rival factions of the two rival companies,
Yes.
it was something that had to happen at one point. I will stick to that. The NWO and DX had to come face to face at some point.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about in the
We
first
never
pod.
got it during the actual
Yeah,
invasion like everybody
we never
wanted.
well, it's like it would be like, we never saw Sting and Taker, right? But we
Yes,
never saw John Cena turn heel. He's about to retire. It's now or never. Maybe it's gonna be shit, but this is the last chance we have to do it.
exactly. So,
Um, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I really think they strap the rocket to Dom here if they haven't already done it. Um,
most likely,
may
yeah.
maybe a last minute addition of, hey, You know, if you've got any balls, put that title on the line, whatever. I don't think it would add to the match, but I think it would be a nice little wrinkle to say that Finn Balor had a triple A title shot. If nothing, it makes the triple A title look like something that's desirable in
Oh,
that sort
yeah.
of just a little bit outside the story point of view.
Yeah.
If Dom's gonna win anyway, they don't lose by adding that little wrinkle in.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I mean, it doesn't hurt them by any means, but
but yeah, no, I think this is the culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of people, and some people are still. We did the pod a while ago about like Judgment Day is basically a star making machine. Finn Balor was already a star. Dominic Mysterio found his way. Is
yes.
a good way to say it. I think somewhere along the way, somewhere in the middle of all this, we're going to get a Finn and JD match. Which, if you look at the real life aspect of things and how Finn Balor is very much a mentor to JD McDonough, I think there's a cool story to tell there as well. But this is the high point. This is the little upstart kid that you adopted because you were fucking with his dad, and now the
Yeah.
upstart kid is decided he's going to fuck with you.
It's a
It's a
fun
it's a really
match.
cool story, man, and
Yeah.
they haven't, unlike a lot of the other stories here, there's not really that much to complain about. There's not that much fuckery. There's not
No.
that much, "Oh, they took a wrong step here or a wrong step there."
No, it's
Um,
pretty straightforward
it's a
as to
story
what they're
it
going
it
with.
is a story with the Judgment Day as a faction that has survived a lot of tweaks and a lot of, "Okay, now this person's injured and gone. Now this person's injured and gone." It's like, "What the fuck are we doing? Is this an AEW story or what?" Um but no, in all seriousness, like Raquel got injured or was dealing with health stuff. Roxy came back from injury and then cracked her head open again. Liv
Yes.
Morgan, we're assuming that she's still
She
suitable
doesn't
for
know her
wrestling.
name, but she'll be
It's
okay.
fine. Lively Megan, what?
Mm.
No, but Dom himself has had a handful of injuries since being in the Judgment Day. JD McDonough had that horrific like handspring back flip into the table that like
Popped his lung,
shoved
yeah.
shoved his own
Tension
rib into his own plug.
pneumothorax.
Yeah. Like Finn's dealt with stuff as well, in and out of the Judgment Day. Finn even went back to NXT for a bit and kicked Johnny Gargano in the face. That's fine,
Yes.
don't worry about it. Johnny
Right.
Gargano failed to get the North American Championship back, like, 2 weeks ago. Edge has an AEW tag team title match tonight. That's what you get from being in the Judgment Day.
Hey.
I'm stretching this out a little bit here, pause. But no, I can't say enough about this. It's gonna be, even though they're fighting each other, they're working together. It's, enjoy the story for what the story is, but also enjoy the, like, "Hey, you guys have worked together for a long time, and you guys have achieved this, and now you're living it out on the biggest stage." Feel good moment. Really,
Yeah.
really, really feel good, type of moment, and, after last night's, TNA show where we had a couple really good feel good moments, congrats on, coming back from injury to Casey Navarro. Congrats on ODB
Yeah,
going
always
into the Hall
awesome
of
to
Fame.
see.
We need more feel good moments in wrestling. And that being said, I hope I get a feel good moment in the actual main event, the real main event, the main event that means there's no more WrestleMania after this match.
Yes.
Main event, because it's the night 2 main event. Night 1 doesn't count.
Now.
CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Now. How now, brown cow? Now, I'm telling you, I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna stick with Punk on this.
Oh, I'm with Punk as well.
I
There's
I
no way
hate
you
the
can justify Roman
idea.
winning this.
Yeah.
I like Roman, and I like part-time Roman. I like, I'm gonna swing my dick around and I'm gonna show up when I want and I'm gonna not be there when I don't want to be there. I like that version of Roman Reigns. I don't need that version of Roman Reigns to have a belt.
No. He
And
doesn't
plus
need it. It's not warranted. It's not doing anything. Like, it's not
and
helping.
plus CM Punk main eventing WrestleMania for a title. This is what it should have been last year when they said, "Oh, we're finally giving you a main event at WrestleMania," when it was night 1, which doesn't count and it wasn't for a title and the story was messy. This one's a lot cleaner. Um, and fuck AEW. So CM Punk is winning.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
it comes down CM Punk's winning. He has to win here. I'm glad that they don't have, like, a Paul Heyman on the line for this. Like, I understand the
yeah,
Usos could play a part in it, but I'm hoping because they already have their match and it's on the night before that they're not involved. I don't wanna see any bloodline thing. I don't wanna see any I just wanna
I
see
do
the
like
straight
okay,
up
but here's the
match.
thing, though. Here's the thing, though. I do like the way they've used the Usos this time around in the Roman story because they're not running out there at Roman's request. They're not running out there to defend Roman. They're running out there on their own, standing on their own 2 feet saying like, "Look, man, you got some shit going on with Roman, but you're talking shit about our family and you need to stop." Like, they're out there in the middle of the Punk Roman build, but they're out there of their own volition, and I think that's an incredibly important character point to take into account.
Yeah.
I still do think at some point we're gonna get Jay versus Punk, and it's gonna be fun because CM Punk is CM Punk, and unfortunately, Jey Uso is Jey Uso.
Yeah, I still think that'll happen. That's gonna come down the line. That might even happen after this because Jay barking orders at Roman. I mean, that hopefully means something eventually, so let's see
Yeah.
what they give us. But yeah, I'm sticking with Punk wins this, and we leave with him holding that belt high, pyro going off, and the show ends. No other
Apparently
bullshit.
apparently, because it's in the video game, and because it would be such a beautiful shot at AEW, I'm sorry if I sound bitter, but it would. Him doing the what is it, the AFI Misery and
Oh,
Contia
yeah, the
entrance.
Ring of Honor
I
entrance,
I
you
hope
know,
it
the
is.
old
I hope it is. I hope it does because I didn't know that piece of music. Like, and this is one of those I'll tip my hat to AEW if they want
yeah,
me to, right? I didn't know that piece of music. I didn't know that because I'm not really an AFI guy. I'm
yeah.
not
My
that
roommate used to
familiar with
listen
their
to that on fucking repeat, the whole album just over and over. That's
and
we
to me
listen to
now,
that
like
and we
I hear
watch
that song,
Family
I hear that,
Guy.
but it's one of those songs now that's gone into the zeitgeist as it's a
Yes.
wrestling song now. Like it's like if I hear Jane now,
Mhm.
I don't like Jane, but it's a wrestling. Yeah, Orange Juice Man's coming out. Yay!
Yay.
My orange juice is getting warm. Whatever will we do? It's not fantastic.
It's not
Um,
cold.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing, and here's the thing. I want Punk to win. I think Punk's gonna win. But because I want to make everybody angry as well, the
Right.
only the only exception, the only acceptable alternative to this, the only reason for Punk, how can I say this, not leaving with the belt
Yeah.
and dropping the title and walking away with his tail between his legs is the answer to this question. Jake,
Mm.
what if Randy Orton isn't the only ear that Pat McAfee is whispering?
Yeah. Oh god. I
I'm
mean,
telling you, man. I'm
it's
telling you, if we go off air on Sunday and it's Roman with one belt, Randy with one belt, and they're standing there in the ring with Ari Emanuel and
and The
Pat
Rock.
McAfee and The Rock and Vince and the Attitude Era's coming back.
Hey, you know what?
Two,
I would shit
two-man
myself
power
and
trip.
admit my wrong, assumptions, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see The Rock. Like so many people have said that. Oh, if this is The Rock, Liz made a great point before. She found a really cool comment from
If they come
somebody.
out, hold on, here it is, here it is. There's no
Yeah.
music at the end of the night. There's no music because remember how they used to pipe in boos for Dominic Mysterio and they'd pipe in cheers for other people, right? What if
Yes.
you have just Pat, Rock, Roman, Randy standing in the ring, standing on the four corners, two of them with belts, two of them, Rock comes out with his People's Championship because it's 10 years ago, whatever the case may be, and they just start piping in "We Want Vince" chants.
Yeah. I mean, holy hell, would that be
And then
something?
but then here's the thing, out comes the contrary team of CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Triple H, and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I really want Punk to win because fuck AEW. Like, it's fuck AEW all day, every day,
Yes.
but I kind of also like watching the world burn.
I know you do, but I think Punk's winning. End of
I
story.
I really I really do wanna watch the world burn. Have Brock Lesnar beat Obafemi and then have the TKO era end off both nights.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyways, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've been talking for quite a long time. That's what happens when you record podcasts back to back. So,
Yes,
Jake,
indeed,
my
bud.
good friend, thank you for sticking with me through
Thank
all of
you
it.
for having
I
me,
even got
sir.
I even got your logo up there on the thumbnail for
Look at
once, because
that.
every now and then I've got a memory. Why don't
Banana
you once
Club at its
again
finest.
go ahead and tell people where they can find you and what's up on your side?
You can find me on youtube.com/Jake DeMarco. We'll be live after every Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and we'll be live after both nights of WrestleMania. So come hang out with us and chat about Mania. Let us know what you think in the live chat. And find me on Twitter at Countdown Ended for show notes and more.
There will be pay-per-view day hangouts on both Saturday and Sunday for WrestleMania, starting at 1 o'clock each day if you're in the same time zone as me. If you're not, then go ahead and figure it out. I may be able to join Jake for his post-show review on Saturday, but not necessarily on Sunday because I don't have the Monday off, and that's really super unfortunate. So come join us in the pay-per-view day hangouts. Get your picks down in the comment section of this video to play Predicto. And yeah, other than that, you guys know where to find me, or you wouldn't be here. I've been Spaz. This has been Jake. This has been both nights of WrestleMania previewed in a nice, neat 2-part package. I'm tired. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.
Predicto.